Hi everyone, my name is Christina and I'm an implementation consultant at ProSymmetry. In this video, we will talk about a common use case in which the person or people responsible for the projects in Tempus want to use the system to organize their portfolios into specific exportable ways. The best place to achieve this is going to be in the project management tile with either a custom and/or a public view in the project management grid. Within Tempus, I'm going to click into the project management tile. And within my view center, I can see a few different views that I have set up in my environment that have my projects organized in the ways that I need and that are exportable. The first one we will click into is called Portfolio Health. This is a custom view that I created for my environment, and it's just one example of a helpful view that I can achieve right in this tile just by making a few simple configurations to organize my data. This portfolio health view might be helpful if I am a portfolio manager and I want a quick way to get a dashboard-like view of all of the projects in the system and some key performance indicators to get an idea of the overall health of my portfolio and whether any delivery risks might be present. So to set up this view, I did choose to group all of the projects in Tempus by the portfolio project attribute, so I can see which projects belong to which portfolio group in the grid as I expand these buckets. I also chose to bring in some project attributes as columns to give me the information I need for each project that demonstrates something about their respective health. These are a mix of system attributes that come with Tempus and custom attributes that I have set up based on how my organization plans and prioritizes projects. So as we come into the view and expand each portfolio bucket, we can see all of the information laid out for me to create this portfolio health dashboard. So I can see every project rolled up underneath the IT digital transformation portfolio here listed out here with the project owner, the project start and end date, the project status with some helpful icons as indicators of that status, project priority. I even have a percent complete attribute here, so I can get a quick indicator of how far along each project is. I have the current phase of the project. I even have a link attribute that links out to maybe an external project dashboard, and that's part of my internal organization. And then lastly, I have a couple of financials attributes pulled in here so I can see the estimated budget for each project, as well as the actual financial grand total, which comes from the project financials if you are using that in your environment. If I want to make this my default view every time I come into this tile, I can do that by clicking into the view center and clicking on the star icon to set the default. I can also, of course, export this view by clicking the export to Excel icon here. And this is, again, just one example of a custom project view that I can set up in my environment to organize my project information or my entire portfolio information in a way that's most helpful to me. The second example of a way to organize your project information is using a public view. I have one created out here called Project Phase Rollup that my administrator wanted to share with me as a quick way of grouping all of the projects within Tempus by their respective phase, and some additional information is included as well that the project managers may need to understand the current status of all of the projects in the system. We can tell that this is a public view by the blue eye icon, and what we can see here is my administrator has chosen to group all of the projects by current phase and then project manager, which is creating these buckets that we can then expand to see all of the projects that belong to phase 1 in this case and that belong to Bruce in this case. The administrator has also chosen to bring in a couple of helpful project attributes as columns, including the portfolio that each project belongs to, and they are color coded as well. The percent complete attribute, so we can get a quick indicator, visual indicator of how far along each project is, as well as the start and end dates. Again, this view might be helpful for my administrator to share with me if they wanted to give all of the project managers that are working in Tempus a very quick dashboard-like view of all of the projects and their current statuses. I can choose to make this view my default by every time I come into this tile by clicking on the star icon next to the view name. And of course, I can export this view to Excel if I want to download this information. This wraps up the best ways to achieve portfolio information organization in Tempus. If you'd like more information about how to set up custom or public views, there are great resources within our Help Center or Tempus YouTube for step-by-step guides. Thanks and have a great day.